Hey, what is up guys, it is Technology Hell back here. A warm welcome to our first ever episode of PC Setup Wars. PC Setup Wars is a series where you submit your PC setup to us and we feature it on our channel. If you are also interested in participating, then you may check the first link in the video description where all details and instructions are given. So without wasting much time, let the PC Setup Wars begin. Let's start with our first participant, who is Supratim Chatterjee, who is a 20 years old student from Kolkata, West Bengal. He's currently running on a laptop based setup where the laptop is the centric system with external mouse, keyboard and earphones connected. With the first look you can see that he's using a tablecloth, which is giving a quite bad look, and the wires created by the laptop's charger is not looking good at all. Anyways, let's have a look at his specifications of the laptop. He's using an Asus VivoBook laptop with Intel's i5 8th generation processor. In the section of graphics, it's running an Nvidia MX130 with 8 GB of DDR4 RAM. It currently has 1TB of hard drive with 16 GB Intel Optane memory. It's running on Windows 10 Home with a 60Hz display. As the peripherals, he's using Logitech's M90 mouse with a good grade sensor, which is quite helpful in gaming purpose, a keyboard from HP K45, there are no external speakers, and the earphone has an inbuilt microphone which is just from a local brand, not any known one, but just Chinese earphones. With that, his setup is complete. Now let's come to suggestions. The first suggestion that I would like to give you, that remove your tablecloth. Without your tablecloth, your table will look actually good. Get rid of the dust, as I can see some of the corners are quite dusty, and get yourself a nice mouse mat instead of using a sheet of paper. The wires created by your laptop's charger are not looking good, so try to hide your laptop's charger under the table and just keep as less wire as possible to be visible. Hope you will keep these tips in mind and try to improve your setup. Anyways, Supratim Chatterjee, thanks for participating. Let's move on to our second participant, who is Angshuman Baruah, 26 years old, classifieds member, who is from Bangalore, Karnataka. You can see he is also using a laptop based setup. He's using an Lenovo's IdeaPad 330, currently running on AMD Ryzen 5 2500U, Radeon Vega 8 graphics, 8 GB of RAM and 1TB of storage, running on Windows 10 Home. It is a laptop centric setup, so you cannot expect lots of fancy or classy things. You can see this old laptop, the red one, which is kept right behind this new one. Seems he has recently upgraded to the Lenovo IdeaPad. As you can see, the protective film from the keyboard has not yet been taken off. For gaming purposes, the laptop is being used with external mouse, external keyboard and earphones with inbuilt mic. Let's have a look at the peripherals which he is using. The screen is 15.6 inch, the laptop's inbuilt display, a mouse from Lenovo itself, keyboard is from Dell, no external speakers. The headset is from JBL, which is the earphone with inbuilt mic, and a custom desk. No controllers or anything such like that. Now let's move on to suggestions. The setup is looking quite messy, as you can see lots of things spread around on the table. I recommend that you remove those things and try to make your setup quite clean and tidy. Get yourself a mouse mat so that you will have some comfort and a proper grip while using your mouse. No more suggestions are there for you. All you need to do is to make your table clean and work a little on your setup to make it look clean and tidy. Anyways, Angshuman Baruah, thanks for participating. Time for our third participant, who is Rishi Mukherjee, an 18 years old student from Bankura, West Bengal. You can see that the setup is quite clean, tidy and well maintained. Till now, this is the best setup that I saw in this episode, as the previous two were laptop setups. This is finally a desktop. It is looking quite good and tidy with a good look. For decoration, he is also using a small toy which is kept on the left corner of the table. The tabletop is quite neat and clean because of the wireless mouse which he is using. The headphones are currently hidden, or maybe they are kept somewhere else. There are 3 mice on the setup. One is the wireless on the top, and there are 2 mice kept at the base of the table. Maybe they are used whenever the first one's battery goes out. Let's have a look at the specifications of the system. It is running an Intel Core 2 Duo with stock cooler, 4 GB of RAM, motherboard is from Foxin, 160 GB hard drive from Western Digital, 120 GB SSD from Crucial, power supply is from Intex as well as the cabinet. The OS on this system is Windows 10 Pro. The peripherals are as follows: Zebronics 18.5 inch LCD display with a wireless mouse from Dell, and the other two mice he has not given any information about them, so we can just consider them to be there as backups. The keyboard is from Dell, the speaker is the Bluetooth speaker from HP, headset is from Sony with inbuilt microphone. The desk is the pre-built table which are available with the computers whenever you are gonna buy them, running with an Intex UPS. Time to give some suggestions. You can see the setup is looking quite neat and tidy, but still you can see lots of wires running behind the table. So what I suggest that you bunch up all those wires and tie them together using cable ties, or at least use some tape and tie them to look like one single wire. The wire which is coming down to your UPS from your switchboard is not looking neat. Do one thing, just try to make that wire straight so that it looks clean and tidy in that way. The wires created at your router are also not looking good. Try to get rid of them or change the location of the router. The interior of your CPU cabinet is quite dusty and needs cable management. Try to dust off all the dust present inside the cabinet and do a bit of cable management, then your CPU will start looking good from the interiors too. But since you don't have a transparent side panel, so cable management is not that important. In order to give a new look to your setup, you can definitely install RGB LED strips behind your table, which will give your setup a complete makeover. With the installation of LED strips, your setup will look something really new and you'll also enjoy while sitting on your setup. So these are the suggestions that you can keep in mind and improve your setup. Hope you will follow these suggestions and try to rebuild your setup. Anyways, Rishi Mukherjee, thanks for participating. Let's move on to our next participant, who is Pranav Gandha, a 14 years old student from Jalandhar, Punjab. This is also a laptop based setup, but is quite creative. As you can see, the table is self-designed to fit the laptop's theme. A yellow and black colored theme is making the setup look quite good. With RGB keyboards and mouse, it is looking even better. I'm actually upset with the photo quality. It seems like clicking the photos he was not much interested, or he did not give much time to click the photos. Next time when you're gonna participate, I recommend give it a bit time to click the photos and shoot with proper lights. Anyways, the setup is looking quite good. The earphone has been properly arranged and kept at the side. The keyboard's wire is very smartly hidden from the base of the laptop and is not visible. The same is done with the wire of the mouse, but the cluster of wire which is created at the USB port of the laptop is not looking good. Let's have a look at the specifications of the laptop. The laptop is from iButton, which is running an Intel Celeron N3350, a 2.2 GHz CPU. For graphics, it is using integrated HD 500 graphics, 4GB RAM, 120GB hard drive and a 64GB SSD. Running Windows 10 Home. The screen size of the laptop is 14 inches. The mouse being used is Redgear A20 gaming mouse. The keyboard is Redgear Grim gaming keyboard. The speakers are the inbuilt speakers of the laptop, and the earphones being used with inbuilt mic are from Vivo. The table is custom built for the setup to suit, and that's all about the setup. For suggestions, I told that the wires of the mouse and the keyboards need to be managed, as they are not looking good when they are making a cluster at the laptop's USB port. Secondly, you can just get yourself some basic speakers and then just connect them to your laptop on the both sides. It will give a nice symmetrical look to your setup. When it comes to glow, you should go for RGB strips, as your setup is looking quite clean and tidy and quite empty. So just get yourself some RGB so that the area gets filled up and you will get a nice glow. So that's the only suggestions that I want to give you. Rest, everything is fine on your setup. You just need to give it a bit clean up and then you are ready. Anyways, Pranav Gandha, thanks for participating. Moving on to our fifth and last contestant, it is Abhishek Sharma, a 35 years old YouTuber and doing a private job from Gurgaon, Haryana. With the first look, you can see that the setup is quite productive and you can definitely make out that the guy is a streamer. With a dual monitor setup, a boom arm mic and a long table with a PlayStation kept at the bottom, he's a part-time gamer who prefers gaming most of the time. The setup is quite neat, tidy and well maintained, but we can't give any suggestions to him right now because he is currently working on his setup to improve it, but due to the lockdown he is unable to get himself new accessories that he is gonna install on his system. Due to that, you cannot see any speakers present on his system or anything that will make you feel like it's a god setup. But still, the setup is quite well maintained, clean, tidy and perfectly well managed. Let's have a look at his PC specifications. That says i3 9100F 9th generation I processor running with the stock cooler, using NVIDIA GeForce GTX 1650 graphics card 4GB variant, 8GB DDR4 RAM from HyperX. The motherboard is from Gigabyte H310 and the hard drive is of 1TB. In the section of SSD, he is using a Gigabyte 240GB SATA SSD with a Corsair VS 650 power supply, an antique full tower RGB cabinet running on Windows 10 Pro. His primary monitor is from AOC, that is 24-inch curved display. The secondary is the Samsung 22-inch television which is being used as a monitor. He's using the mouse from Logitech. The keyboard is from Cosmic Bytes. The headset is from Quotient Each, that is GS410. The console which he is using on his setup is the PlayStation 4 with dual shock vibration controllers, 2 units. He is using the microphone from Logitech. The webcam is from Logitech as well, and he is using a capture card, that is Elgato HD60S. Just as I told you, his setup is not in a state to be given suggestions. Next time he is gonna complete his setup and then he will be participating with us in the PC setup wars. So let's see what upgrades is he gonna make on his setup and how is he gonna come up with a new look. See you the next time. Abhishek Sharma, thanks for participating. So these were our 5 participants for the first episode of PC Setup Wars. You can just press the I button present on the top right corner of the YouTube video and then poll and vote for the contestant whose setup you found the best. The contestant winning the setup is gonna get a reward, but only when we cross the threshold of 5,000 subscribers. Hope you found this video interesting and entertaining. If so, don't forget to hit the like button, and if you are interested in such stuff, don't forget to subscribe as we keep on coming up with such videos every week. Thanks for watching.